r/AskReddit. Besides eating cereal with water, what is the most outrageous eating sin you have ever witnessed? Personally, I like to squirt a little Capri Sun into my ramen. My sister used to put ketchup on strawberries. Dude in my dining hall had a plate of sunny side up eggs. Scooped under an egg with his fork, brought it up to his mouth, and only touched his lips to the yolk. Proceeded to suck all the yolk, and then slurped the rest of the egg in. It was like a car crash. I couldn't look away, but I was horrified. I feel like I was there. I was eerily able to vividly imagine this nonsense. I live with someone who lives to eat food sins. Do you really think water with cereal is bad? Boy, the thing I would consider the least of eating sins would be when she microwaved a clucking pickle with cheese on it, then dipped in clucking ice cream. I can't stand to sit in the kitchen when she's in there because of the crap she made. If anyone is interested, I'll provide more horrid creations she made and ate, but all you really need to know is that clucking pickle. Please, by all means, tell us more. I'm legit curious. She pulled a slice of pizza out of the trash, put cough syrup on it, and topped it off with a moldy clucking grape. She soaked a slice of bread with grape soda, froze it, then ate it after it fell into cigarette ashes. A cosmic brownie dipped in clucking nacho cheese. She made a peanut butter and jam sandwich with American cheese, saltine crackers, and grapes. She for some reason really likes old grapes. I know there's more, but I'm afraid people will think I'm making this crap up if I tell anything else worse. Dipping Oreos in orange juice. That just made me cringe. Oreos. Porious. A former friend of mine once poured a can of Coors Light into a bowl of Cheerios. He called it Beerious. I had a friend who went through a period where cake decorating was her hobby, and she made some amazing looking cakes that all tasted horrible because of the bizarre flavor combinations. It was always a bit funny because people would compliment the look of them and then have to figure out how to throw their pieces away without being rude about it. The worst one was a Christmas cake with an immaculate looking fondant Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer that was an orange spice cake covered in mint icing. It was like brushing your teeth and rinsing with orange juice in cake form. Please tell me that someone finally told her that less is more when it comes to flavor. A watermelon and ketchup sandwich. I call it a sandwich because it makes me sad. Is the watermelon the bun? Or does this monstrosity desecrate bread, too? Clearly the ketchup is the bun. Stay right where you are. The police are on their way. About to live the rest of his life as a convicted melon. Saw a dude eat spaghetti and milk one time. One very dark time. Kid I used to know in school used to rip open his milk carton and dip his burrito into the chocolate milk. Sometimes he'd even go so far as to rip open the burrito and pour his milk onto the beef and eggs too. I'm quoting him her, creamify the meat. I don't know man, but the word creamify is just stuck. When I was in grade school I went over to this kid's house to play, then ended up staying for dinner. We had spaghetti, some vegetable, maybe salad and something else. His entire family would mix everything together before eating it. His dad seemed to be the ringleader / mastermind behind this scheme. I remember someone cheerfully saying, well, it all goes to the same place, and then the rest of them agreeing with this truism as if it were some serious folk wisdom. That's some serial killer crap right there. I knew a guy who would bite into hot pockets in the middle, holding each end. What the heck, man? You ever realize when you microwave something the edges are super hot and the middle should be just right? He's letting the atomic parts cool off while he eats the best bits right away. Cut it in half, why don't ya? Bringing utensils into hot pocket consumption is a bigger food sin than the one you're trying to correct. Might as well pour some Milwaukee's Best into a champagne flute while you're at it. Ketchup on sushi, shivers. My mom puts peanut butter on cold pizza. It is the closest flavor to vomit that is not vomit. You've got to add orange juice for that authentic vomit flavor. This thought actually made me nauseous. A+. Could only be worse with mint. I work at a pub / restaurant waiting tables. This couple walks in who I've never seen but are apparently regulars. The bartender sees them, shoots me a glance, and goes to grab something from the kitchen. Before even taking their order, he's filled the crushed red pepper shaker and told me to take it over to them. The woman orders a small cup of French onion soup and proceeds to unscrew the cap of this shaker and dump the entirety of it onto her soup, an inch high off the top of her bowl. She's eating this spicy red pepper like cereal and didn't even ask for a drink refill. She must be dead inside and desperately trying to feel something. My wife dips PBJs into SpaghettiOs. You'll be a father soon. Edit, or you're getting another one IDK. Oh, SpaghettiOs. I watched a guy pour Sprite into a nice $50 bottle of wine because he didn't like the flavor. My Asian relatives eat shrimp with all the legs and stuff still on. One year for Christmas I bought a friend a bottle of 12-year single malt because he'd mentioned that he wanted to learn to appreciate fine liquor. Clucker took a sip, didn't like it, and drank the rest of the bottle with Coke. When I recoiled in horror, he was quick to point out that no, it was okay, it wasn't Pepsi. Went to college with this one girl who would get a chef salad, slice up banana and put it on said chef salad, then use ketchup as dressing. I kid you not, this person ate that on a regular basis. I was maybe gonna be okay with just bananas on a salad. Putting fruit, especially stuff like strawberries on a salad is fine. But ketchup, you. My sister would make Ritz cracker sandwiches, except the thing that went between the two Ritz cracker buns was another Ritz cracker, except chewed up and spit out. It was disgusting. When I visited my aunt's family as a kid, she served a purple cow milk mixed with grape juice for breakfast. If you haven't tasted that, take my word for it, it's not a great concoction. Eat cereal with orange juice instead of milk. My baby sister used to eat pancakes and ranch. My mom just accepted it because she was such a picky eater and this was something she just thoroughly enjoyed. We're pretty sure it's cause my mom craved both when she was pregnant with her. My friend was eating salad with his hands at a restaurant. He's not my friend anymore. Edit, this may be hard to believe but this same friend also eats spaghetti with his hands, one by clucking one without any sauce or cheese. I've never been to an Italian restaurant with him, so IDK if he does this in public. I used to eat blueberries with ketchup on them because I like the texture. My whole sibling group eats tomatoes and peeled oranges / clementines like a normal person would eat an apple. But the worst I've ever seen is a guy in my class take a cheese and sauce filled roll type thing, rip a hole in the bottom and suck it dry. In a restaurant with other people. Another time, my little sister, she was a tiny kid at the time, got gulab jamun at an Indian buffet. They're like milky donut holes soaked in watery sugary syrup. She leaned over the table and vacuumed them up off the plate so she didn't get her hands sticky. Peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwich. Good God. What the hell is wrong with these people? I mean, you could just lie down in a ditch and die instead. Someone told me it was because the mayonnaise prevented the peanut butter from sticking to the roof of your mouth. But at what cost? A guy who eats peanut butter and mayo sandwiches explained it to me once. This was in a bar, for context, so insert drunken explanation mental images here. According to bar guy, the thing is, you shouldn't use too much mayo, just a small amount, and you shouldn't use very savory or strong tasting mayo. And you pair it with creamy rather than crunchy peanut butter. The idea is that the mayo makes the peanut butter more creamy, or even smoother. Bar guy was very convincing, so I agreed to try it sometime. He was right, sorta, but realistically it's possible to achieve the same effect with something like, say, marshmallow creme. It doesn't need to be mayo specifically. A friend of mine once ate peanut butter with his hands out of the jar in the backseat of my car on a 10-hour drive. I also saw him make a salad by peeling lettuce off a head of lettuce he pulled from his backpack and hand-tearing red peppers up, while standing next to a knife rack, then eating it without any dressing. He's basically a New York City caveman. Mustard on waffles. I was a weird kid. Mom's boyfriend. Crushed Cheez-It crackers into his coffee. That day he ate waffles covered in spinach and fish sticks drizzled with syrup. All the while loudly smacking his lips saying, "Ah, so good." Mom says don't let it bother me. It bothers me. Fried eggs with chocolate melted on the yolk. Pluck this thread.
Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. If you enjoyed the content, be sure to leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe as well for more Reddit stories like this. Until next time.